this is in the system, and I'm gonna go over this where you can look it up really quick.
Okay.
With the train though.
Great.
We allowed it?
Yeah.
Which you still haven't sent me.
I have sent it to.
It is nowhere.
I
I'm gonna sit down in front of your computer. You're
Yeah.
gonna send it to me, and I'm gonna open up my email,
Okay.
and I'm gonna right there on the spot.
Outrageous.
I've searched all of my emails.
Alright, we'll do that. So, but with that new system on your phone, you'll be able to literally
Great.
type that up and it'll like this. So ball rollout, I think a better way to name this is plank ball rollout. So you're here, sit back,
Okay.
like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, wanna give that a try?
Plank ball roll up.
Obviously it's a, bands.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Anything else? I mean, we probably got a list of about 10 things, right?
That's the only one I put up on the board
Okay.
this week.
Do you want to go over anything?
Just a lot when you're doing the incline chest press or doing any type of press. I find it easier when you coming down to like literally imagine pulling it back down, like pull it in
Like
you,
pulling an arrow.
push, because it gives you more, it grounds you more when you push, like it cocks it back and pushes it.
Do you want to go over that?
Yeah. Just wanna hold this. Yeah. Let's see, just from here, push, pull it down. It gives you more energy. It cocks it back more. So sling it. I find you push, get way more explosive, way more explosive power when you pull it in than you push.
Then let's go over some of these notes if you want to. I think one of the things what I've been playing around with too is these bands. And if you guys come over here, like different grips too as well. So we have the palms up grip, we have the side grip, we have the palms down grip without getting geeky science, but you're working different areas. And so even the tricep stuff, you know, it can be palms down, right? And then it can be palms to the side, right? And then it's palms up, right? We also have this stuff too. I've been doing a lot of stuff like that. You doing the double stuff here. The other thing I've been working with, I really like, is these quarter pulls. So, you know, the regular pulls are good, right? You're going in and out, but doing this and keeping that tension the whole time, these quarter pulls, you're getting, with that, the quarter pulls are, if you can, I'll do it and then you can try.
Okay.
So quarter pulls, right, sit back, yeah, pull it in, yeah, and go halfway out, like a quarter, right? So you're keeping that tension, Cool. And then try the tricep, yeah, put this right, so we have the palms down grip. You could do 10, just do 5 for practice, and then,
Side.
yeah, and then palms up, right? So, yeah, palms up, yeah. See, yeah,
palms up.
Sorry. Yeah, you're gonna get it different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely varying degrees of difficulty.
And I've been doing, so the other stuff, you can work that, and then also this, right, going overhead.
I had Anne-Marie doing those today.
Yeah, so really good stuff. And again, you could do that with bicep curls, where you're here, your palms up, your palms down, your palms to the side too as well. The quarter ones, I think these are really good for people with the shoulder issues, where you're holding here, like that. Let's go over coach shift reports. Launch, upper posture, bicep. Okay, so Jay, one of the things I think I'm gonna do is get a bunch of tennis balls. We've done this in the past, and so the shoulder blades here, if basically the shoulder blades, if they're dysfunctional, you best believe the shoulder is gonna be dysfunctional because it's the platform for the shoulder movement. And a lot of times when there's trigger points in the shoulder blades, it does this, kind of pulls things out of alignment. And if
She mentioned that this morning as far as you finding that, and it's helped a lot.
and it's really, really painful. So if for example, it's gonna look weird, put this around my head and then pull it, right? My neck hurts. Why does it hurt? Something's pulling on it, relax. And so why does my shoulder hurt? One of the contributing factors is because the shoulder blade's pulling it out of place, and then it's like this. And so working those trigger points in here, and it's painful, right? And so I think getting more tennis balls and just having people do some of this stuff. Most of our clients, they have like tensionetics, they got lots of stress. What happens when you get somebody to do this? You're like, oh.
Yeah.
And so if we could do these little things where they feel a little bit less stress, a little bit less pain, they're loosened up, that's huge, because other gyms are just like, come on, keep going, blow that knee out. That's the only coaching skill I have. Harder. And again, when you can make people feel less pain, less stress, less tension, and they're in better shape and losing weight, it's a no-brainer. So try some of this in the back, like shoulder blade area. Yeah, and you'll know once you get it. Yeah, and then, so that's one big one. Another one I did on somebody who's had a history of back issues when they came in is the tennis ball for the lower. So for example, she has some, if you know from the joint by joint approach, if the hips are dysfunctional, the back's gonna be dysfunctional. So if you cannot get this hip extension from your hips, you're gonna get it from your low back. And your low back is not designed to move that much. It's designed to hold. And so what I did with her, we tested, we did both sides, and she's limited on one side, noticeably limited. So I said, okay, let's do this. We tested it. She said, all right, I'm limited on this side. I said, okay, get this tennis ball, and I want you to roll out for about good 30 seconds. She went back to it, and it was borderline even.
Wow, yeah.
And again, that's the difference between, come on, keep going, blow that fucking knee out, I'm awesome, because I just get you tired and sore and you're injured now, versus, oh my God, this thing that's been bothering all day, within 30 seconds, it's even. That's the difference. And so using this, I think even in the boot camp, just like, you know, and what you'll notice is some people are like, what are we doing? And you'll get like 4 people saying, ow, oh, ooh, ow. And then they're gonna get loosened up.
Right.
And so it's that concept of gain the mobility and immediately use it. And so some of those techniques, even with the person this morning, is like, get her to do this, and then get her to do a posture hold right after.
Okay.
Right? Things like this, where it's posture with the other person, have her roll out, boom, use this, and then maybe even do like a hip thrust.
Okay.
So you gain the mobility, and then go through a range of motion with the mobility, and then own it or seal it with some strength work. Does that make sense? Because if you just do this, you're gonna get benefit, but then the benefit has a shorter shelf life.
Right.
Because you want to like cement it into place.
Memory and be
broken. So use this a lot. Like I'm gonna get a bunch of more tennis balls, and then even doing it with the rolling out the feet. I did that with somebody else, and I said,
I think that was Lizzie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. And she said it felt amazing. So the tennis ball, it's inexpensive way to like really good change. Yeah. Cool. Then what do we got here? Use coaching cue. So the other thing I've been doing with people is, you know, the external coaching is super important. Like there is a difference when I do, and you'll notice the difference. I did this with 3 or 4 people. And strength is not just an effort, it's a skill set. So there's a difference between, I'm gonna do it just a regular way,
Okay.
right? I'm gonna do a chin up, pulling, right, pulling. When I give the cue, pull the bar towards the floor, see how I go up a little bit more. Right? That's the difference between jumping or push away from the floor.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
And so what's the other thing we could do it with this? Because the chin twist might be hard for you guys for now. Is do the rows and notice the difference between pulling and then pulling. I mean, you probably used that key with somebody else, right? Yesterday. Pull your T's, right? So pull your chest towards the wall. You want to try that? Just do regular rows. Yeah, like 2, and then use the pull your chest towards that wall. I noticed the difference.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
difference.
a little bit harder, like there's a target now.
Yeah.
It's physical and you can see it and you know that your body is capable of getting closer to it.
And it's the difference between punching the wall versus punching through the wall.
Yeah.
Let me see. Just go back. So looking at this, I think that's it. There, one more thing I've been playing around with is the kettlebell stuff with people. And again, not everyone's gonna be able to do this, but whenever you want to do something on the floor, this is how we should do it. We should use the leverage of your whole body, right? So I'm here, and then look, my whole body,
Yeah.
right? Versus
Yeah.
whole body. One of the things I've been playing around with is the upside down.
Okay.
Really good. And push your low back into the ground. There's a lot more stability, and it's an awesome core exercise.
Nice.
And then when you're done, this is how we want to do it. We want to rainbow that girl over,
Okay.
okay? Because
Not go across your body, but around your body.
yeah, because there's going to be some issues. But I think trying this, try it with either the pink one or that one. It's a really good core exercise. And you could do, you know, whatever, 5 reps, and it's tight grip. You'll notice differences from side to side. Yeah, then upside down, hold it. Lock it in. Good. Pull, push that low back into the ground. Do 5 reps and switch sides and see how you might feel a difference. Yeah, rainbow it over. Yeah, there you go. Nice. And why that's important, because there's other exercises we can do down there that
I got a cut on my hand, I can't do it on this side.
yeah, no, okay, no worries. A little cut action.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the cut?
I caught a broken glass
Oh,
and
what do
got
you
a nice
what-
big gash. I tried to put some super glue and a Band-Aid on it. I'm not sure if I should have gotten stitches or not, but my grip is a little wonky.
What are you starring in Roadhouse 2? Yeah.
Super glue.
Yeah.
Not a car.
So, anything else you guys want to go over on hands-on?
No.
No, I think that's pretty good. And next week, I'm gonna add about 10 to 15 new exercises
Very cool.
just to go on the hands-on, so we get a good solid 20 minutes, if not more.
Yeah.
Okay. So think about new stuff you want to work on. I'll break down. I'll go over what I really like. We did this a few years ago. Is this get up position,
Yeah.
right? It's amazing stuff gets taught here. Really great mechanics, and there's a whole version of it. Stuff like this, you know. We'll go over that in this shoulder pack position. And what's cool is you could teach them that, and then immediately go into push-ups. You could do where it's like, all right, do push-ups. All right, now we're gonna do this. Now let's do push-ups again, and you'll get people like, oh, I could do more. And so we'll go over that stuff, because I think it's cool to give people a technique, and then give them proof that that technique made them stronger and more
Right.
efficient. You know, so we'll go over that next week too as well. Sweet.
Okay.
You can save it for me.